Okay, today we are painting the Palico from the Monster Hunter World board game, box 7. Box 7 is this one. That doesn't help. I need to zoom out for that. Anyways, we have some colors picked out. We got matte black, uniform gray, monster brown, skeleton bone, pure red, and void shield blue. I'm going to use skeleton bone for the Palico fur. And we'll see how it goes. Most of this is probably going to be using the insane detail brush, but we'll see how much we can do on the regular starter brush. Try to see how fast we can do this. I actually picked out a small mini because I just came off of a bad headache and wanted to do something fast. Okay, I think that's got the legs done. The arms are the same color as well as the face. Suppose we better do under the helmet as well. That part on the neck. I'll try not to lose too much detail on the face, making sure we don't put too much paint on it. Okay, I think that is good. Except for this side of the arm and the hand. There we go. Yeah, if it needs a second coat, we can do that later, after this one dries. So, we can move on to the red parts that we can also do with this brush. Red parts of the armor. Not focusing. There we go. I need to remember to check that when I'm painting, if you can see as well. Because chances are, if I can see it good, like this, you might not be able to see it. There we go. Hard part is the underside of the armor would also be red. Supposing we can see that. Maybe I accidentally painted the tail red. We'll have to come back and fix that. What I didn't think about is it's so small. It's a lot of touch-up work, which might make it go longer than I want to paint. Accidentally touched the face with red. So definitely need to fix that, because the face needs to look the best. Get some water on the brush first before you put paint on it. And it will make it easier to clean. Trying to make the tail the right color again. It's hard to show because it's under that part of the armor. Oops. It's hard to show you. It's also hard to paint. Okay, now I think we try to do the gray parts of the armor before it is too difficult to do that. Using uniform gray. It's my favorite gray to use because it's the same color as the primer I'm using. Might be a little too much paint in the brush. And this top part of the helmet, oh, you can't see. It's blurry. There. Okay, that should be it for the gray, unless we mess up again and need to retouch up those spots. So, let's see, what does the blade look like? Mostly red and black. Use the skeleton bone on the sharpest point. We'll paint the black parts first. Use a matte black. My black paint likes to leak, so I'm having difficulty with the bottle. There we go. Looks like this whole back section here is black. don't look that. Maybe I can use another brush. Black is an easy paint to cover, but difficult to paint over. Unless you're using another color that's easy to paint over, which is like reds or darker blues. Okay, made a bit of a mess, but always can touch it up later. Now I'm going with some red. Okay. Woo! Don't drop the phone. Keep the phone steady. There. Reds. Although if you paint red over some black, it'll make the red look a lot darker. And this portion is red. The tip of the blade will be the skeleton bone color. Okay. Then we'll do the skeleton bone on the tip of the blade, like so, with my shaky hands. Something you can do to prevent shaky hands when you're painting is have more points of contact. So put your wrists together, some of your fingers together, and that way you can do a more stable operation. Like so. It looks better. Just doing some touch-up paint around the sword. Make it look a little better. Forgot to do one of the thorns right back there. It's hard to see. Like so. Now I need to make the armor around the neck a bit brighter and around the shoulders. And then need to fix the paint I just messed up right there. And right here. Get some more red for the inside part of the helmet here. And on the other side. Yep. Okay, well, I'm waiting for those parts to dry. I'm going to do the black parts of the armor, the spikes. Whoop. Problem with the thin brush is the paint likes to dry on it very quickly. So you constantly have to be, think of the word, washing your brush to put more paint on it. Still focusing? That's good. That's not the phone. We need the reference pictures. Looking good. Need a point on the brush for this next part. I want to do a little bit of black on here where there are no spikes. They're not in focus there. Might have been a bit too much black. Messed it up a bit. That looks pretty good. I forgot to do the underside of these ones. I don't know if anybody looks at the underside of a mini, but that's what I always do. So I figure other people probably would do that too. Alright. Now, Palicos have a pattern on their fur where they have a darker brown around their face and on their paws. So we're going to be using Monster Brown for that. Let's see if we can put some details on. On the face it goes from the nose downwards. To basically covering where the mouth would be. Then on the paw it is completely brown. Need a point on the brush. A little bit of paint. Stripes on the arm. Do the same thing on the other side. Stripes. You can see that, right? Yeah. Then on the legs, got the paws the same color, brown, all around the paw. Gonna need more paint. And then on the leg, they have a stripe running along the leg downwards. So I'm going to go along from the top of the leg down like that. I'm just going to do that on both sides. Yep. Now for the tricky part. We want the eyes to look pretty. I have, sorry, hold the camera. Void Shield Blue for the eyes. So I want them to be bright. And the thing about these cute eyes is there will be a little bit that is blue, and most of it is the pupil. So, what do we have to do for that? I think we're going to paint the blue first over the entire part of that eye. This is way too much paint in the brush for that. No, it's not straight. I have to have a very fine brush to do eyes. So I paint that whole section blue, and do that on the other side as well. That's probably too much blue in that area, so we're going to come back with the skeleton bone. Just shrink it down a bit. Too much paint. I'm just touching up other paint spots while I'm waiting for the blue to dry. Alright. And then we do the pupils. We just take a spot of black and try our hardest to put it into the center of the eye. Messed up on the left eye a bit. not much blue in there, so we're gonna try to put some more in there. Very tiny on the edge. What do you think? Hard to see well with that light that direction. Eyes are hard. Good thing about this one is they aren't human eyes, so they don't have to be perfectly round. They can look sharp like a cat. Funny when this Void Shield blue paint loses its blue coloration. It gets spread too thin, it looks gray. The important part about this is knowing when to stop painting, otherwise you're just gonna have too much paint around the eyes and it's not gonna look like anything good. So we're gonna stop there, and it looks pretty good. Now, since we are done with the mini, we paint the rim of the base, like we always do, to make sure that it looks professional. Most important part. I've had a little too much water in my brush. Thinned out the black a little bit, like so. Either gotta hold it or set it down on a napkin to dry, and we're done. Yeah.